Dear students, I, Mr. Vishal Shah, Assistant Professor, Krishna Institute of Pharmacy, Karad, once again welcome you all to this my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the methods of preparations for the aromatic amines. In previous video, we have discussed about in detail about what is the meaning of aromatic amines, the difference between the aromatic amines and the aliphatic amines, as well as in detail we have studied the structure of the aromatic amine. Now today we are going to discuss about the different methods used for the preparation of the aromatic amines. So let's begin with this. Now first we will see what are the learning outcomes of this session. After this session, students will be able to write different methods of preparations that are used for the preparation of the aromatic amines. Now let's begin with these methods. Now most commonly used method that is used for the preparation of the aromatic amines is reduction of nitro group, because this is the one of the most important as well as very simple method where the only nitro group is reduced to the amine, so that from aromatic nitro compounds we will get the aromatic amines. So usually aromatic amines are prepared by reduction of corresponding nitro compound, as I said. Now here we can use various reducing agents like tin, iron or zinc in presence of hydrochloric acid or acetic acid. Also here catalytic hydrogenation in presence of the nickel catalyst, palladium catalyst or platinum as a catalyst can also be used to carry out the reduction of the nitro group. For example, here you can see this reaction, nitrobenzene on catalytic reduction with the nickel and the zinc, or the nickel or the tin in presence of the hydrochloric acid gives a aniline. So it is very simple method. Just what we are going to do, whatever the nitro group is there, this nitro group is only reduced, and when nitro group is reduced, it will be converted into the amino functional group. Also here we can carry out the reduction of the different nitro groups if they are present in more than one. Here for example you can study 2,4-dinitrotoluene when undergo reduction with the ferric, that is the iron, in presence of the hydrochloric acid, it will be converted into the 2,4-diaminotoluene. In this way, by using this particular method, we can carry out the reduction of nitro group to the amino functional group, and we are not going to disturb the other part of the structure, and due to which this is method which is considered as a most useful method. Now in this example what we have done here, as you see, there are presence of the two nitro groups are there. Now suppose our target is to carry out the reduction of only one nitro group, either of these two. Can it be done? Yes, by changing the different reducing agent we can do this also, where if more than one nitro group is present, we can carry out the reduction of the only selective nitro group by changing the reducing agent. For example, here we can use ammonium sulfide. For example, now dinitrobenzene is converted into the M-nitroaniline where only one nitro group is reduced. Yes, you can see this reaction where M-dinitrobenzene, in which there is a presence of two nitro groups are present. As I said, we want to carry out the reduction of only one nitro group, say for example this nitro group. In this case what we will do, we will use ammonium sulfide as a reducing agent, and by using this ammonium sulfide as a reducing agent we can carry out the reduction of only one nitro group so that it will be converted into the amino functional group. So M dinitrobenzene on reduction with the ammonium sulfide, it will be converted into the M nitroaniline. In this way, we can carry out the selective reduction by using ammonium sulfide as a reducing agent. So this method is also useful when we want to carry out the reduction of only one nitro group when multiple nitro groups are present in the given structure. So this is about the first method. This is the commonly widely used method for the preparation of the aromatic amines. Then second method that is used for the preparation of the aromatic amines is ammonolysis of aryl chlorides. Lysis means breakdown, and ammono means what? In presence of the ammonia. That's why this method utilizes the lysis of aryl chlorides in presence of the ammonia. That's why this method is known as the ammonolysis of aryl chlorides. Now, for example, aniline is prepared by treating chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene is nothing but the aryl chlorides. Now, this chlorobenzene is treated with ammonia in presence of copper salts at higher temperature and pressure, so that we will get the aniline as a aromatic amine. Now, this method is useful and can be carried out conveniently under ordinary conditions. If strongly electron withdrawing groups such as nitro group is present either ortho or para to the chlorine. For example, here you can see. Now, what is this statement? Here we are going to prepare the aniline by treating chlorobenzene with the ammonia. Here we are going to use the high temperature as well as the pressure, because you see here 210 degrees Celsius is used as a temperature. Also we are going to use a copper salts, copper chloride as a catalyst. But these particular methods can be easily carried out under reduced temperature as well as the pressure by using different groups. Say for example, either electron withdrawing groups either at the ortho or para position to the chlorine. Now here you can see this is your ortho position, this is your para position. So in this case 2,4-dinitrochlorobenzene, where if nitro group is present either ortho or para to the chlorine, and if we perform the same method or same reaction, it can be easily carried out at the 50 degrees Celsius. Means we can reduce the temperature as well as the pressure by placing an electron withdrawing group either at the ortho position or the para position, which leads into the conversion of 2,4-dinitrochlorobenzene into the 2,4-dinitroaniline. So here this particular chlorine group is converted into the amino. You can remember here NO2 group remains as it is because we are going to perform the ammonolysis of the aryl chloride. So this aryl chloride is broken down and not the nitro group. If nitro groups are converted, then we can say this is a reduction type of the reaction. It will not be a ammonolysis of the aryl chlorides. So this is about the second method. Third and most important method that is used for the preparation of aromatic amines is Hofmann rearrangement. Now here aryl amides are converted into the aromatic amines by using Hofmann rearrangement, where the whatever the migrating group is there, that migrating group is migrated from carbon to the nitrogen atom. Here when aryl amines are treated with either bromine or chlorine in an alkaline solution. Generally here we are going to use sodium hydroxide as alkaline solution. So due to this, the aryl amides are converted into the primary aromatic amines. For example, we will see this reaction. Here you can see this is the example of aryl amide. Amide functional group is nothing but the CO and H2. Now here we are going to use the solution of the bromine or chlorine in presence of the alkaline medium. So due to the reaction of bromine with sodium hydroxide, it leads into the formation of sodium hypobromide, and this particular sodium hypobromide is acting as the catalyst, so or agent that is used for the conversion of amides to the amines. Now in this case, this conversion of amide into the primary amine with one carbon less as compared to the amide is known as the Hofmann rearrangement. Now you can see in this starting material there are presence of the 7 carbon atoms, 6 from the benzene, and in addition to that this particular. So in this rearrangement, whatever this NH2 group is there, this NH2 group is migrated from this carbon atom to the aryl carbon atom, and due to which there is a production of the carbon dioxide takes place as a byproduct. That's why number of carbon atoms that are present in the final compound, they are reduced, and due to which here we are going to say that this conversion of amide, that is the aryl amide, into primary amines with one carbon atom less than amide is considered as a Hofmann rearrangement. This is also one of the important method that is selectively converts amide functional group into the primary amines. Similarly, you can see this is the most common example where this anthranylic acid is prepared by the Hofmann rearrangement. Here you can see the ortho-carboxylic acid, that is the benzoic acid, which is having a amide functional group at the ortho position. This on reaction with the sodium hypobromide. Remember, this sodium hypobromide is prepared by reaction of bromine and the sodium hydroxide, which leads into the formation of the anthranylic acid, where this amide functional group is converted into the amine functional group. So this is about the third method that is used for the preparation of the aromatic amines, that is the Hofmann rearrangement. Now we know that what is the meaning of rearrangement. Only whatever functional groups are there, they are migrated from one atom to the other atom that is present within that particular molecule, and that's why these reactions are known as the rearrangement reactions, where in this case also the primary amine functional group as such is migrated from carbon atom to this particular aryl carbon atom. Then next reaction that is used for the preparation of the aromatic amines is Smith reaction. Now Smith reaction and Hofmann rearrangement, these two particular reactions are quite similar in one case, where in both the cases there will be formation of isocyanides as a intermediate product will takes place. Means in case of Hofmann rearrangement, whatever the aryl amides are there, they are first converted into the isocyanides, and these isocyanates on hydrolysis they will be converted into the primary amines. In this case also the aromatic acids undergo Smith reaction to form the primary amines. Now in this reaction what we are going to, aromatic acids are reacted with the hydrazoic acid. Hydrazoic acid means what? N3H. This is known as the hydrazoic acid. So aromatic acids in presence of hydrazoic acid and concentrated sulfuric acid, when they are reacted with each other, they are converted to the corresponding amines. So in this case also the hydrazoic acid is added to this particular benzoic acid, and after rearrangement there will be formation of the isocyanate will takes place. This isocyanate will be on hydrolysis, it will be converted into the aniline. Then last method is from reduction of azo compounds. Now azo compounds are when reduced with hydrogen in presence of nickel as a catalyst, they give the aryl amines. Here this is quite similar to the nitro compounds. Azo compounds, that means we know N double bond N. These compounds on reduction with the nickel, first they will be converted into the hydrazo compounds, and further these hydrazo compounds on reduction with the nickel they are converted into the aryl amines. So 2 moles of the aryl amines are generated by using this particular method. So these are the various methods that are used for the preparation of the aromatic amines. Now you have to go to this particular website, give the answer for this question by using this particular code. Thank you.